This really stinks of like the Jim Crow era segregation laws. You're anti-trans.
I need an introduction for this person.
Anti-trans, 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 anti-trans. You're anti-trans, 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 anti-trans.
You ready to get anti-trans? It's Dr. Jamie. The thumbnail for this video, she compares the Sarah McBride situation to Jim Crow 2.0. Jim Crow 2.0. I'm not making this up. Anyway, here's Dr. Jamie with Erin in the morning already there. See? See? It's not a conspiracy. It's not a conspiracy at all. This person is fucking everywhere. It's terrifying. Anyway, here's Dr. Jamie.
Hey, it's Dr. Jamie.
See? I told you.
My pronouns are she or they. I'm an associate clinical professor of psychiatry. I am a researcher, and I'm somebody who works in the space of gender-affirming care. Welcome back to my channel. So I am a little late to the party to respond to Sarah McBride's response to the House of Representatives trying to ban her from using bathrooms, changing facilities, and gyms aligned with her gender identity. But I thought I need to talk about this.
Piggybacking the civil rights movements, yes, gay rights doesn't really have that much to do with trans rights. Black rights has even less to do with trans rights. Just because there's some shared characteristics, that doesn't make them the same thing. But people have fucking lost their minds over that one long ago, so.
As a transgender woman, as a gender-affirming care provider, as an activist, I have to talk about this. All right, so who is Sarah McBride? Sarah McBride is the lovely transgender woman representative from the lovely state of Delaware. This is a big first for the US. Sarah McBride is the first transgender person elected to the House of Representatives. Let's just sit with how cool that is. Awesome. All right, so I know many of us have celebrated.
There we go. Awesome. Were you sitting with her? You better have been sitting with her. I was sitting with her.
Celebrated the fact that Sarah McBride is there. But of course, within minutes of Sarah McBride being elected, Republicans have lost their minds. Having a transgender woman in the House of Representatives is like dogs and cats living together, I guess. It's complete mayhem. What will we ever do? Our hair's on fire, right?
You could try listening to people's concerns and at least voicing them accurately. I'm just going to be repeating the same thing for every video because these people are all the same.
Yep, and sure enough, as we expected, that's how Republicans have reacted. Representative Nancy Mace, a true and true bigot from the state of South Carolina, has targeted McBride and has proposed a
Is Nancy Mace a bigot? In what way?
transgender ban that prevents any transgender person from accessing bathrooms, changing facilities.
Is it any different from the trans community hijacking transsexual conditions? To be fair, transsexuals have been very complicit in that shit. So I don't make as much of a distinction, honestly, as most people do. I think plenty of transsexual people are just as complicit as like any non-binary type of person, and plenty of like so-called cis people as well. So honestly, I kind of divert with a lot of other people who tend to want to claim that the gender people and like non-binaries or whatever are the problem. It's way more than that. And it's plenty of like us too, you know. Well, that she's a trans activist.
Facilities and gyms aligned with their gender identity in Congress. Ugh. And just to add sort of web.
When we were making it of us, but got called gatekeepers. Yeah, I mean, yeah. You lost that fight hard, but then how many transsexual types were in with the two Qs, you know? Oh, you know, well, I'm a transsexual and I'm like a binary trans woman, but like, it's totally cool to be whatever you want, guys. You know, that kind of shit. I really do think that, like, that we were all, not all of us, because as individuals, there was some for, some against, but I think transsexuals kind of dug the grave for us, if you get me.
Whipped cream to the, you know, the turd sandwich that Representative Nancy Mace is.
And the thing is, I don't know, I looked around, I couldn't find any like communities for like transsexuals. I ended up starting my own. It's not really a transsexual community because anyone's welcome, but like, yeah, I don't know. It feels like there's not much impetus for people to like come together and actually do much. Which again is partly why I'm doing this shit, I guess. It's weird that you literally just mentioned Brianna Wu as I said that, because she actually is someone that's kind of trying to do that kind of thing, but I'm not down with Brianna Wu, I'm sorry. She seems extremely dishonest.
Speaker Mike Johnson escalated the attack, announcing that
because our community is normal society. That is part of the problem, yeah. I think quite a lot of the sane trans people are just out there working, you know. Oh, Mr. Mano. I am familiar with him, yeah. I don't know how much I agree with him on stuff. There was a video that I want to look at, actually, but I don't know if I'll get to it today. Maybe.
McBride would be barred from women's facilities and officially regarded as a man under house rules. I don't know.
I want to fit in, not have a parade. Yeah, true. And like the other thing about like the trans liberation shit is that lots of people don't want that shit. Lots of people just want to get on with their lives and have the people and things in their lives that make them happy. Because trans people are not unique in that aspect. Like, that's what we all live for, is to find love and to find things that we like doing and to try and be happy as best we can. That's all that life is for, in my opinion. Dollcast is so bad it comes back round to hilarious. I mean, I like Taftaj, and that Skylar person seems fine. I didn't really have any issues with what Kelly Cadigan was saying on the first episode. The one that like really got me was Brianna like going off at like Ray Alex Williams randomly. And like I tried to talk to her about it on Twitter and she ended up blocking me because she can't take criticism, I guess, you know. I don't
know about you, but all of these people who seem to be, you know, they profess their faith and their following faith, they really feel like the people who were throwing rocks at Jesus as he was pulling the cross up to his death.
Yeah, okay. What does that mean? Who knows? I'm going to click on something again. Okay, I'm good.
I don't know. That's just how it feels to me.
Nobody threw rocks at Jesus on the cross. It's entirely possible. Listen, if there's one thing people can bullshit me with impunity, it's like Bible shit, because I just have not really read the Bible. I'm just not familiar. I need to watch more Dollcast. In the Colin Wright episode, Taff said she could have lived as an AGP man. Kelly said she lied about suicide. Her parents and doctors get HIV as a teen. Oh shit, I might have to in that case. Like, the only issue is it's so fucking long, but hey, if I can get loads of content together, I can watch longer stuff and it's good. Also, hey Tali, hope you're good. I'm a bit unwell, so I'm not on cam, and I'm probably even more incoherent than usual, but hey, the incoherence is part of my charm, okay? The rhetoric is so vile. Yes, it is, yeah.
Okay, so, you know, as a transgender person, as
a trans woman,
activist, as somebody who is fighting for transgender equality, I would expect a transgender person to try to stand up to this bigotry.
Listen, Tulin, it's only so long at any time before I go back round to shitting on fucking... Sarah should kick Mace in her baby box. Are you okay, Olivia? Do you need timing out? Because I will. There's no violent rhetoric here. By the way, they are just bullies. How do you know they don't want people... How do you know they don't want, like, male people in the bathrooms? How do you know it's not just that?
Oh, Sarah. Okay, so what did Sarah say? What is Sarah's statement? I'm not here to fight about bathrooms. I'm here to fight for Delawareans and to bring down costs facing families. Like all members, I will follow the rules as outlined by Speaker Johnson, even if I disagree with them. Oh my gosh.
Oh, for Olivia, that's quite tame, trust me. But listen, if people want to say shithead shit in my chat, they get one chance and then they go.
Okay, so why am I like quivering? I'm quivering because I think that you are there to talk about bathrooms, represent.
She's not there to just like talk about her own issues that affect her. She's there to talk about her fucking state and stuff, right? She should stay inside and let her husband make laws. Are you a misogynist? Do you not like women very much? Is that what it is? Because that's very misogynistic. Or misogynist. Yeah, you have opinions, that's the problem. They're not based on reality. Also, women watch me, so please stop being misogynistic.
Senator McBride, you represent Delawareans who are also transgender and who are transgender.
Yeah, Sarah McBride seems alright. I need to look more into her because I don't know much about her, honestly, but I've been focusing on just what's going on. I think sometimes it's good to try and look at shit in, the only one we worship in this chat is Keir Starmer. Based, yes. Now, what was I saying? What was I saying?
McBride, you represent Delawareans who are also transgender. And
The same point Jesse Jander made. Yeah, I'm sure there's about 17 fucking trans people in fucking Delaware total. Amazing. Yeah, let's go on and on about fucking bathrooms at a time when people are so sick of all the trans shit that they voted for fucking Donald Trump again. Like, Jesus Christ, how much more of a hint do you need?
who are transgender allies. And for that reason, our access
Misogyny, it's as legit as misgendering as a concept. Do you think bigotry is real? Misogyny is just being bigoted against women.
to space, our equality matters to us. It matters to us a great deal. And we expect those in positions of privilege and power to fight for our rights. Just the way I fight for the rights of my transgender patients, I expect you to fight for the rights of all those you represent. And part of that representation is bathrooms.
By the way, all those trans Delawareans, do all of them even necessarily think that they should use the women's bathroom or the male bathroom? Do all of them even use the bathroom they identify with instead of the one that is their sex? Yeah, if transphobia is real, then misogyny is definitely real, but sure.
And I will also mention this because this really stinks of like the Jim Crow era segregation laws. And I will also mention this because this really stinks of like the Jim Crow era segregation laws.
There you go.
So I know you've all probably heard the term Jim Crow law.
Yeah, that's kind of true. I called someone Monty, and that was misgendering. Oh, you're being mean. Meanwhile, I think that Nancy May should get kicked in the vagina. You must understand, Olivia, that you sound insane, right? Like, it's a bit difficult. You know what I mean? It's a bit difficult to take you seriously.
And I don't know, maybe a lot of you who are Gen X.
Yeah, she is definitely jealous of your baby box. If you're a female, that's definitely the case. We're trying to make a good case for trans people not being jealous of women and not hating on women. That's why Olivia's saying misogyny in my chat.
X and before, boomers, you know what the Jim Crow laws are. But a lot of maybe Gen Zers, Gen Yers, maybe you don't know what this is. Millennials. So what the Jim Crow laws
Millennials.
were they were the laws that were passed in the South, the same place that is banning access to like women's health care, gender affirming care. Yeah, those same southern states. These laws segregated white people from black people. And in these laws, it was always stated by white people.
Yeah, the thing is, when coming to my stream is I'm probably a little bit of a contrarian myself sometimes. So it's quite hard to outdo me in that sense, you know? Oh, thank you, Mimi. Did Oliver just get out of Broadmoor or something? If only. I'm joking. I don't wish you to go to Broadmoor. Don't worry about that.
People that,
Transphobia and misogyny are valid opinions. Okay, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
just don't feel safe with black people in the bathroom. This is the same kind of BS.
Is it a valid opinion that someone deserves to be kicked in the twat?
Black people in the bathroom. This is the same kind of.
We're not talking about black people. We're talking about trans people. We don't live in this world anymore. Can you see how they didn't even have like photographs with colors in them, that this is black and white? We don't live in this era anymore. The world is completely different to this. The world is completely different, it seems, to how it was 4 years ago. Never mind this.
Kind of BS that people are saying about allowing transgender people into spaces that allow.
Like, here's the thing. If you can't just make an argument, if you have to go straight to analogies without ever actually making an argument, then you don't know what you're fucking talking about. All you're doing is comparing it to other things that you've decided are bad. And yeah, I agree. This stuff is bad. But I'm not making that comparison because I'm not insane. And I'm not racist. And I'm not a privileged white fucking person having a fucking temper tantrum because Sarah McBride didn't say what I wanted her to say.
Align with their gender identity. What's so ridiculous about this is that the real people at risk when entering a restroom are transgender people. They're much more likely to be assaulted or hurt.
Who else fucking... Oh, well, someone else was reading the same article. so many of these videos, they're just going to be fucking Erin in the Morning articles that people are reading out. This is part of why I don't give a fuck if I'm stealing content, because these motherfuckers are doing the same thing in that case. So anyone that like tries to copyright fuck me because I use their content, that's using a fucking Erin in the Morning article, they're the ones that are fucking doing the fuckery when it comes to stealing content. If Mace physically attacks Sarah, she's not going to do that. Up to including kicking her in the baby. Why are you so fascinated by that? Why are you so fascinated by kicking someone in the vagina? Is that something you want to do? Is that something you want to do?
In a restroom than any cisgender person sharing that restroom with them. So I think that's an important point. All right, so let's read on. The effort to distract.
Nancy Mace is not going to stalk Sarah fucking whatever and Sarah McBride into the bathroom. Like, why would she? She's not allowed in the women's fucking bathroom anyway. Oh my god, I'm getting bored of you. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to time you out. I'm sorry. We had fun.
From the real issues facing this country hasn't distracted me over the last several days, as I've remained hard at work preparing to represent the greatest state in the union come January. All right. So I think this is an important point to highlight the fact that Democrats have been so silent around transgender issues this election cycle. Within the last
and people still voted for Trump.
Month or two of the election.
Let me guess. I wonder how many of these people actually think, oh, well, if we'd have pushed trans issues, more people would have voted for us. Like, sure, bro, sure. Totally not what everyone's trying to get away from now, you know?
Election, over $215 million in anti-trans ads were ran in swing states.
We got one, anti-trans.
And were unanswered by Democrats, unanswered by the presidential candidate in any meaningful capacity. And after that, transgender people were attacked by
anti-trans,
There we go. That's basically the video. Nah, I'll finish it because it's not that long. It is doing my head in though.
Gender issues this election cycle. Within the last ads were ran in swing states and were unanswered by Democrats, unanswered by the presidential candidate in any meaningful capacity.
Say the line, bot. Anti-trans. Yay!
And after that, transgender people were attacked by political pundits as being the cause of why the election was lost, instead of focusing on the fact that the Democrats did not adopt a progressive populist agenda that would actually lead to reasonable change.
It's so very easy. Is it bad to say I want us to do this podcast? Maybe. I mean, I'm up for anything. Like, I don't know. It would have to pay. I'm not doing that shit for free. I'll have someone on occasionally to argue with me if they think there's something worth arguing or if they've said weird shit about me. But that's about it.
People wanted.
But yeah, it's so easy to say, oh, why didn't they just do something that would have led to real change without actually saying any of the things that would have? Because if you actually say any of the things that you think might do it, that can be scrutinized. So just, oh, why didn't they do the good thing? Why didn't they make things better instead of worse? Like, yeah, great take, Jamie, amazing.
Change. They didn't want to hear that they were going to get a president who wasn't going to change anything and that didn't think that anything was wrong with the last 4 years. Okay, last paragraph. Serving in the 119th Congress.
Leo and Willie versus me. Oh, that's definitely not going to happen. Like, I'll talk to anyone. I don't give a fuck. Because if someone just starts spurging out at me the whole time, then that's fine. I've worked as a letting agent. I've answered the phone to people with problems in their house for years and years. So I've experienced that kind of thing plenty. You know what I mean? If some dickhead like fucking Max or anyone else wants to do that, they can do that. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, I doubt someone like Leo and Willie would come near me. They don't even like acknowledge my videos anymore, which is fine. By the way, I realized what happened with my first video. Like, they put a comment on it. They put up a community post talking about a hate video, And then everyone started Googling Leo and Willie hate video. Like, you can find it. Hang on. Like, can you see? Can you see? Oh, it just went. It just went. But one of the suggested things is hate video. So that clears that up. So they kinda, I don't know if I should call it a brigading, but considering how much these people fucking exaggerate, it's not that much of an exaggeration to call it a brigading. And I don't know, I think one of their fucking idiot fans turned up to my last video and it's like, okay, who gives a fuck?
Will be an honor of a lifetime. And I continue to look forward to getting to know my future colleagues on both sides of the aisle. Each of us were sent here because voters saw something in us that they value.
Yeah, they called it a hate video and then cried about the Sislak thing. It's like, fucking hell, man. How are they like, how do they act like they're the toughest motherfuckers ever? And at the same time, act like such fucking pussies. You know what I mean? It's embarrassing. Yeah, I made the search bar. I'm the Mary Chu as seen on Chud Logic, you know, that trans person on Chud Logic. Like I'm going places, man. I'm fucking going places.
I've loved getting to see those qualities in future colleagues that I've met, and I look forward to seeing those qualities in every member come January. I hope all of my colleagues will seek to do the same with me. The problem with bigotry, discrimination, and scapegoating is that once you allow an inch, bigots will take a mile. So, Representative McBride, you have to stand up to this. You can't just assume everything is going to be okay if you just follow the rules.
Is that what she's doing, or is she just trying to do her job? Is there not going to be so many other people around sort of helping make sure that she doesn't spend her whole time being fucked with and stuff like that? The moment they have pushback, they become the victim. Yep.
We need to fight against injustices at every turn because
yeah, these people are always saying, like, we need to fight against every tiny thing. You shouldn't pick your battles. Yeah, you should pick your battles. Some things are less important than other things. Having an actual working trans woman in Congress is kind of big. If, like, she can't use the female bathroom, that's still big. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Like, these fucking spoiled brats. Because she doesn't say everything she wants them to. She's like this. They're gonna sit there and scold her. It's ridiculous. She's being a smart politician. Yeah, these people don't understand fucking shit. They don't understand that politicians always have to work with other people that they don't necessarily find very savory. You know what I mean? Like someone like AOC has to do it. Someone like Bernie Sanders will have had to have done it over and over and over again. Someone like Sarah McBride is gonna have to do it. Some fucking idiot like Dr. Jamie does not have to do this because she just works a normal job. So she has no perspective here, and it shows.
Not using the bathrooms that align with your gender identity, not using gym and changing facilities.
Why don't you prove what the fuck gender identity is before, like, pushing this stuff? Why won't anyone prove that it is a thing? You can't just be something that you say you are. That's insane.
That align with your gender identity. It may seem like a small concession.
Now she's like, you have to use the women's bathroom. The power play is for her to go and use her own bathroom and just say, can we please discuss important issues that affect the whole country like poverty? Yes, exactly. And if that's what she does, then honestly, not only is she doing her job, but she's doing it well. But it's not going to be good enough because it's not trans liberation, because she's not going ham on every tiny thing, because these fucking retards don't want to be able to regulate their emotions, and they want that to be normalized. They want a normalization of fucking BPD fucking bullshit. That's what it is.
That small concession over time will lead to major rights being lost for transgender and gender diverse persons.
Is that a bit like how concessions over time have led to women losing rights over time, such as in their sports and in their spaces and stuff? Do you mean like that? Is that what you mean, Dr. Jamie? I'm going to assume it is, and we're going to move on because I think this video's over and I disagree with her heavily. There we go.